Social Zoom Factor, episode 195.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you ready to take your new idea to fruition? One of the first things you need to do is get your business online. Our partner HostGator can take you from zero to turbo fast. Download their Get Online the Easy Way ebook and receive a coupon code for 30% off any new hosting package. Simply visit socialzoomfactor.com/HostGatorEasy or simply text HostGator to 33444. The Marketing Nutz agency helps companies transform their social and digital business from the inside out. Visit their website at www.themarketingnutswithaz.com for a client list, case studies, and some amazing free resources to get you started down the path of success. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. Happy 2016. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that you had an amazing holiday, whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, everything in between. I hope you were able to take some downtime, which I teach and preach so much about. I truly believe that we must rejuvenate our mind and body and spirit to reinvigorate our life and our business and all of the people who are in both of those. So I hope that you're entering the new year on fire and ready to Zoom results in life and business. Because remember, that is what this podcast is about. It is Social Zoom Factor, helping you Zoom your life and Zoom your business. And I thought a great way to kick off the new year would be to talk about overall branding. Where are you going in regard to your digital and your social media strategies? Over the holiday, we had a ton of new leads come in, and that happens to us all the time because our platform honestly works when we're not working. So although I took the past 2+ weeks off, our business was still generating revenue and generating leads, okay, without me having to be online 24 hours a day. And many thanks and kudos to our team who also kept the lights on while me and my partner in business and life were truly able to unplug, and a lot of them were able to do the same thing. But my point is that a ton of leads that we got over the holiday and even in December are people freaking out about their overall branding. They know they need to go into the new year ready to Zoom, but they know that their platform is not integrated. They know that their platform is not cohesive. They know they're not providing a consistent, compelling, relevant, and interesting experience and opportunity for their customers, their potential customers, and their online community to engage with them. So I thought it would be good today. We're going to talk about how you can build a solid foundation as you enter the new year, and what are the top things that you need to be looking at in regard to building out your social branding. How do you brand yourself online? Because it's so much more than just a logo, right? And we work with clients of all sizes, from startups to Fortune 10 brands, and many times they'll come to us and they'll say, well, we have a logo, we have some colors, we're ready to rock our brand online. Actually, no, you're not, okay? You can have the most solid brand offline and in print material, but the digital and the social world is changing. You need to know how you are going to position yourself. You need to know how you are going to engage. You need to know, what is that conversation going to be? Of course, you need to have all of the things that are traditional, what you would consider branding. You need to have the design, the look and feel, the logos, the colors. We need those things, but that's only one piece of it. So today I'm going to offer you 8 foundational elements for social media branding. And these are things that every single business and marketer should be doing, big or small. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in and get started. Number 1 is you need to know your overall positioning. You need to have goals and objectives. Why are you doing what you're doing? And how are you positioning yourself online as well as offline? Where do you fit in the market? And I see so many people new to the digital and social world, and they will hop on Twitter, they'll hop on Facebook, on Instagram, and they have so much energy, which is awesome, right? But they have so much energy and they're like, I'm here, everybody ready to retweet me and like me. That's not how and who you want to be online. You need to position yourself as a leader. You need to position yourself to earn trust. You need to position your brand to be able to build community. All right. You need to establish relationships. So in order to do that, you need to clearly understand where you fit in the market. How do you stack up to your competition? How do you stack up to your competition in regard to your online positioning, in regard to your offline positioning? How do you stack up to other thought leaders in your industry? Who are you going to establish and build relationships with? What are the relationships that you already have? So I want you, number 1, when you're thinking about your branding for social and digital marketing in 2016, I want you to be thinking about how you are going to position yourself. The first thing you think about should not be, what picture am I going to put of myself on my Twitter avatar? Yes, that's very important, but I want you to think bigger. I want in 2016 you to go big or go home. I want you to build your brand in an amazing way that is going to help you organically attract, inspire, and connect with your ideal audience, right? It's inspire, connect, achieve. And we inspire our audiences to connect with us with a goal of helping them achieve their objectives. When we do that, we achieve our objectives by default because we have the same objectives. It's inspire, connect, achieve. And you can't do that without goals and objectives. And you can't do that without an overall positioning strategy and understanding of how you fit in the larger ecosystem. Number 2 foundation is intent. And I've done some podcasts on this in the past, talking about the power of intent in success online. This goes back to your goals and objectives. This goes back to when you're logging on to Twitter in the morning or Facebook in the morning. What is your true intent? Are you there to just get retweets? Are you there to just get people to click on the links that you are posting so they will visit your blog? Are you only wanting to increase blog traffic? Are you wanting to go quote unquote viral? Are you wanting to increase sales? Those are all great goals and objectives. However, if those are your only objectives in social media and digital marketing, I can tell you right now, you're going to fail. The intent that you have when you jump on the social network in the morning, whatever social networks that may be, your audience is going to know why you showed up. If you show up in the morning and you're just reaching out to influencers and begging for retweets or downloads of your app, they are going to see that your intent is all about yourself. All right. So you need to really do a sanity check on your own heart and mind and think about, what is my intent? Every single time you're logging on to a social network or you are scheduling content to be posted, you need to understand the goals and objectives and the intent, and keep the strategy and the intent that you have for positioning your brand, and make sure that your behavior matches that, which is the foundation number 3, behavior. Okay. People are going to look at your intent. They're going to look at your behavior. and they're going to make decisions and judgments on whether they can trust you. All right. And behavior includes things like, how are you responding to people who are talking to you on any of the social networks? Are you responding in a timely manner, or are you just ignoring them talking to you? Can you imagine if you were in a building and your own business and somebody was walking in your door wanting to do business with you? Let's say you have a storefront and you just ignored them. You didn't have maybe a cashier to ring anybody out. You weren't there to help. Or if, you own a B2B type of business and you never answer your phone or reply to emails when your customers are trying to get service from you, the same way that you would treat people offline is what you need to do online. You need to make sure you're responsive and that you are engaging and that you are positive in your communication. And we'll talk about conversation here in a little bit. But the behavior and how you present and hold yourself continuously is going to make brand impressions every single day. And it takes 4 to 5 brand impressions before anybody is ever going to remember you. So you need to make sure that every one of those brand impressions count. Foundation number 4 is your design, look, and feel. Okay. And you want to make sure that you are consistent with building your brand. You don't want your Facebook cover profile to look like a completely different company or positioning from your Twitter cover profile, from your Instagram photos. There needs to be a cohesiveness and a consistency to your brand, and that's going to help people remember who you are. You need to make sure that you're taking the time to execute a digital branding strategy and that you're not just throwing up, the same brand elements that you've been using for the past 20 years and expecting them to work on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and on your brand new blog you're building. You need to know your audience. You need to know your own brand and how you are going to inspire and connect with your audience. Okay. So you need to set up and make sure things like your avatar pictures, which is, if you log onto Twitter or Facebook, your avatar is that small photo that shows that smiling face of you or your logo. You need to make sure that you have the right fonts and colors. Even on Twitter, you can select the colors that you're using. You want to make sure that those are supportive of your brand architecture and that they are in support of everything you have across your platform. It needs to be consistent and cohesive, and you want to make sure it's inviting and it's inspiring and you're able to tell stories through that content, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. But focus on the design and make sure that it supports your overall positioning and who you want to be, who you are. I know we're getting deep into some content here. I have 4 more foundations I still need to share with you, but we need to hear a few words from our sponsors. So please give them a listen and I'll be right back. The new year brings a time for evaluation, reflection, and planning. As an entrepreneur, you know your product, your target market, and how you are going to differentiate from competition to achieve success. One thing that often gets forgotten, though, is the online foundation. Do you have the right digital foundation to build a structurally sound business, or are you building on sand and hoping it will hold? Successful businesses are built on steady ground. You need a blueprint for success, curb appeal, and security. Our partner HostGator can help you do this and more. Download their Business Builder Kit, inclusive of 9 steps for planning your website, 10 mistakes to avoid on your homepage, and 3 easy steps to protect your website from hackers. Simply go to socialzoomfactor.com/HostGatorBiz or text HostGatorBiz to 33444. Again, that is socialzoomfactor.com/HostGatorBiz or text HostGatorBiz to 33444. Do you ever feel stuck in a rut, like your online business and social business isn't all that it could be? The Marketing Nutz agency helps small businesses clear up to the Fortune 50 brands, provide clarity and vision for current and future programs. The Marketing Nutz believe in ROI-driven decision-making while still inspiring audiences with relevant content. From social business strategy and consultation, influencer marketing, to corporate training and workshops, and fully outsourced digital and social programs. The Marketing Nutz helps you prioritize your investment, impact business goals, and inspire your audience to invest in a relationship with you. To start the conversation, visit www.themarketingnuts.com. I'm back. All right, let's dig into the last 4 foundations for building your brand utilizing social media. These are things every single business should be doing. Number 5 is one of my favorites, and that is content and conversation. It's really focused on conversation because everything about social media is really just one big fat conversation and one big fat relationship. And when we talk about conversation, what is the conversation? How do we have a conversation on Twitter? How do we have a conversation on Facebook? How do we have a conversation on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Periscope, on Meerkat, Facebook Live, Facebook Mentions? It's through content, right? It's through visual posting. And I've done quite a few podcasts talking about visual marketing. It's about audio. You're listening to a podcast right now. This is a form of content. It's a form of conversation, right? We generate a ton of leads and business and build community from this podcast because people receive value from it. Same thing for video, right? Video is a very powerful form of communication. It's a way you can tell amazing brand stories, all right? There's no better way to connect with people than through voice and through video, is my belief, because people can understand who and what you are about, all right? Engagement, that tone of that conversation is so important. So it's not just about creating a bunch of text and making sure that you have your 2 to 3 Facebook posts a day. However, it's important that you really are looking at the root and at the core foundation of what is that content. Is it helping you with your overall goals and objectives? Is it helping you with your overall positioning? Is it helping you making sure that you have the right intent? Is it supporting the right behaviors, the right branding architecture, the way you want your brand to be experienced? Which leads us into number 6, which is customer and community experience. Because at the end of the day, customer experience is your brand. What people experience by engaging with you, your employees, and your brand is your brand. Okay, so what experience are you giving people online that is bringing them closer to you? What is making your brand memorable? How do they feel when they go to your Facebook page? How do they feel when they land on your blog and they start reading your content? How do they feel when they start watching your videos or listening to your podcast? Do they feel warm and fuzzy? Do they feel invited? Do they feel inspired? Do they feel empowered? Do they feel more knowledgeable? Those are all things you want to be providing them. Are they getting a unique experience that they can't get anywhere else, right? We want to make sure that we are providing content that is helpful and that is inspirational, and that we are providing an experience that is engaging and overwhelmingly just positive. And when they land on your pages and your platforms, that they just remember that experience. It's unique and it offers them something bigger and better than what they're getting elsewhere, which leads us into number 7, which is impact. Okay. What is the impact that you are going to make on the social and digital and offline world this year? And impact is my word for 2016. And I've been working a lot on our strategies as we're building our plans for our agency. I own an agency called The Marketing Nutz. months, and our team is going to triple over the next few months, and we are really in a phase of growth. And so as I look at everything I'm doing, I'm really having to prioritize where I spend my time. And so impact to me is so important. It's something that we help our customers do every single day. Every action that I take, every minute that I spend during the day, I want to make sure that I am providing impact. And I encourage you in 2016 to be thinking about the same thing. How are your actions? How are your behaviors? How is your content? How is the way that you are investing time and resource and money for your digital and social efforts? What impact is that having? How is that impacting your current customers? How is it impacting your prospective customers, your community, your friends, your family, your stakeholders, your team? Think about the word impact with everything you're doing online. What impact are you having? Do you have the right intent to have the right impact for your business in 2016? I know that's deep, but it's really important. I really encourage you to take a look and really think about that. Last but not least, foundation number 8 for social media branding in 2016 is to make sure that you are integrating your platform. So this is across digital, social, content, mobile, everything, right? The world is mobile. If your site is not a mobile responsive site, you really need to think about rebuilding that in 2016. Because if you are utilizing social media, the majority of people are likely visiting your site from a mobile device. And if you are not optimizing for mobile first in the DNA of what you're doing, you have a problem at hello. People are not even going to be able to see or read or engage with you and your content and your brand. So you need to make sure that you are building a platform that includes your website and your blog and your content and your social network profiles, and that it's integrated. That I always like to say that I want people to almost get lost, whether they land on my Twitter page or on our Facebook page or one of our agency sites or the podcast. And as they click around from place to place, because I know that I inspire them to do the double click. They land one place and they go to the next place. I want them to almost get lost where they're like, am I on the blog or am I on the website? Or, oh, I'm on iTunes now, or I'm on Facebook now, because there is such a cohesive feeling and flow. So when you are building an integrated platform, your platform will work for you if you have the right goals and objectives, the right intent, and you know your audience. You can build a platform that works even when you are not working. It's not about creating a whole, list of siloed networks and platforms that just live on their own, a bunch of microsites. We want to integrate the fabric and make sure that everything we are doing supports our overall goals and objectives and needs of our audience. And I encourage you to check out, I have a ton of other podcasts on all of these topics. I encourage you to subscribe to this on iTunes. This is episode 195. I have 194 other episodes that will help you. Many of these topics are in a nutshell series, so they're short and to the point. Some of them are longer and go more in depth. If you are wanting to get your content in order, I encourage you to download our content calendar for 2016. Go to socialzoomfactor.com/calendar. And that is a template for you to establish your content calendar for the entire year of 2016. And if you don't know your audience and your audience is not prioritized, go download our audience analysis worksheet, socialzoomfactor.com/audience. So I hope that this has helped you today. I hope that you are able to enter 2016 thinking more than just about your logo. I want you to think about your overall brand and positioning and how you can truly zoom your business and zoom your life results in 2016. Think bigger. All right. Think big and then execute small? What are the tactical things that you can implement that are going to get you to some of those bigger goals? I know that you can do this. So best of success to you in 2016 and beyond. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to zoom your business and zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.